It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe. Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. It's dropped after taking the hit. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoffs.
Keep it on the ground. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball and they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Knocked down for a loss. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Sayed. Short pass. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. He'll bring it back looking for help. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Underwood to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you have that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. You didn't even give them time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Say it. Way off target there.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Trying to take it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. There are so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Roll that offense back out there. Didn't get anything done. 3-and-out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Complete to the right. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Can't get him to the ground. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throw it. Say it. It's complete to the right. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Tavian St. Clair. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, man.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Might as well run him again. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out 1st downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
Quick give. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Underwood. Reels it in. Turning it on. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Trying to run. It's Marshall. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Just feeds the running back. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Caught! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Underwood on the play action. Buying time to his right. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
It's a safe play call, and it's a good, safe decision, right? You're just rolling him out. This is going to be in the end zone or out of bounds, trusting his quarterback to make the right decision. He does. Sets up 7.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. sticks it in his belly. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Well, so much for the idea of tying the game with a short field goal attempt. It's 4th down, and they'll go for it. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Wolverines! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And here's the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hits inside, it's Cross. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Turns into the pile. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Has to have it on 4th down. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Handoff from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. They'll ride him again. He's there to make the stop. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Right side, it's Marshall. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Out wide right, it's Smith. There he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Got him on the RPO. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Cavaliers looking to make it 5 straight. And they do that, they essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun on third down, Say It throws to the wideout. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
To the air, it's Underwood. Rolls right. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
He slings it deep to the left. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The lone back's got it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go to the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Offense in an empty set. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sets his feet. It's Sayin. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't.
Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. Sayin finds his target.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Fights off a defender. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. To the air, it's Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Using his feet. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Throwing, Underwood. Right side, it's Marshall. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
It's a draw. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Gets it to the back. Breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Wolverines! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Say it. Trying to get behind the defense. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field.
it.